Morning, Daryl. 3:25 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the 10th of May, 2024. You know me, the Weaver Giants here, Rosemary, California, but this time I got to burp my ass on this one. And yeah, it's the video, but the thing is, you didn't see anything, and we should have been seeing this one. There are details being misconstrued by the attorney and by the witnesses, and also by the cops, I think. Now, there was an argument between a man and a woman in the apartment complex, right? In your particular situation, you got it so closed off and compact in there that voices will echo. I understand that because I've been in places like that one before. This guy, it really had been a knockdown, dragged out, apparently, to what this one woman was talking about, right? A yelling thing. According to the attorney, that they were on FaceTime. Okay, so if it's FaceTime, then there's going to be some inconsistencies with what they were talking about, including the girlfriend there. If there's no way in hell she could have known that the guy went over to the peephole unless they were doing the FaceTime at the same time. And there should have been records of that video on file, but there wasn't any. Secondly, as I've been watching the police video again and again, how they stopped the damn thing after the guy shot, and then I'm hearing the guy pleading for his life. I'm seeing about a quarter to a half second reaction. He sees gun, he shoots. If I'm not mistaken, in the state of Florida, that they do allow carry weapons. So my question is, where's the self-defense at this point over here? Cop sees the gun and that's it, automatic shoot. Despite the fact that Florida's got that law going on. But here's the major thing that pisses me off. I kept going over the video. Where the hell's the damn people? Daryl, do me a favor. I'm hoping you get this one. I'm hoping you get this video today. Look at the Live Now Fox video where it says body cam footage released in shooting of U.S. Airman. Now, I want you to go through it, but slowly. Listen to what's been going on. Then look at the door. Tell me, in your apartment, you do have a peephole. In my units out here in California, yeah, here in Roseman, California, in our apartment complex, we have peepholes. We can see who's on the other side of the door. So if I'm going to have that pound, 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 pound sheriff's department, which they'll say, they'll stay in range because I want to see who the hell's on that door. They can't hide unless they're on the other side of the door. They have to come up and pound on the door, and it's in a way where they can make noise before coming up to the door. I can hear somebody coming up the walkway, even with those damn shoes they got on. This guy's apartment, his hallway, his entryway, leading up to his door, long ass way. But if I looked at it a little earlier than that, we was just around the corner of the apartment, or actually of a foyer, getting over to the landing ledge. And I'm stopping here for a couple of seconds. Okay, how the hell is someone going to be hearing about the conversation unless it's going to be above or down below? Leaking through the walls. And where's people? They stayed out of it. They got the cops coming over there, right? Did they got a guy? They got a beef with the guy? Is that how it works? But I'm stopped at a way where he's already rounding the curve and going to be heading down that doorway. Now, I'm going further down. I'm following this thing. I'm also making a notation. You got to be sharp on this one, pal, because you weren't. I hate to say it, but you weren't. But then also, I'm going to be asking another thing from you. Hear what the attorneys and the witnesses were saying, because it doesn't jive. Not even with the sheriff. Something's not right here. Something's not right. It's not jiving in my head on this one. So, as the first door of a neighbor, guys coming past, the number's blurred. The number's blurred. There's a lot of images blurred on these images. What the hell is the sheriff's department trying to hide? This is not accountability. Secondly, the first department that the sheriff's camera captures is the one before the victim. I call him the victim because he was shot by the cops. Where the hell is that damn people? If I got somebody telling me that, oh, they looked through the peephole and they couldn't see anything. They couldn't see anything because there's no peephole. There's no little spyglass. Going to the video further in this, and I've got it on. I don't want to disturb the neighbors around here. A long wait. Long walk. Now they'll have the number right there on the side. Where the hell's the damn peephole? But he goes to the door as if he's trying to listen. There's no sound coming out of it. So one side or another is going, Sheriff's Department, or something like that. It takes about 30 seconds to 30 to 45 seconds at the door, or just about a minute, before he reacts. He's listening for something going on over there. And then he hides. He didn't announce himself on this. He didn't. Where the hell was he at? Well, he's on the other side of the door. And then he goes to the other side of the door, doesn't he? He doesn't have his partner with him. He's the only one responding to this damn shit. So if it's a disturbance, naturally they would have other people. So now he goes to the other side of the door. And I don't know. Oh, he's getting out his weapon because you can already see the shadow already. His gun is drawn. Another minute passes by. So probably he's calling sheriff's office, open the door. Okay, twice. Okay, so hold on. So it takes the guy a while to get over to the door, and it's opened. His head's already cocked towards the door, but his body cam is not showing it. So we don't know if the guy's coming over here saying, yes. But of course he's going to open up the damn door and like a damn fool. Now, unless they have the door knocker with a hole, I'm going to go. I want to get close up on that damn door. I want to get over here. I want to see what the hell they got. Because this doesn't make sense. This does not make sense. Let me get a little on this one here. I want to see that first apartment. Okay. It's a door knocker that they got in the on the doors. There's no way in hell for anybody to know what's going on that one. Nobody, dude. But if this is supposed to be a domestic violence, why is the guy's hand on the gun? Was he ready to shoot? That would be called brandishing. Even out here in California, it'd be called brandishing. You don't go up to a door unless you know. You don't go up to a door with a gun with a handle on the, unless you've got probable cause or else you've got a feeling for this damn shit. But mostly they don't. It's not out here. It's not called lay back. It's called brandishing the damn weapon. Putting the hand on the gun is brandishing. And since there's no noise coming out of the place, no sounds, how is he supposed to know? He listened. Nothing. There's no peephole. So I'm going through the video. Now, granted, I'm no law enforcement expert, but this doesn't look right for this civilian either. He knocks on the door and runs. I mean, he gets on the other side. Nobody's opening the door. Now he gets aggressive on the shit. He's not going to take any chances with his own life. All right, hold on. All right, let's see. Okay, so he tells the guy to step back. The door is already opened. Ah, shit. Come on, you asshole. I hate these fucker commercials. All right, I need to get back. Okay, so the guy opens the door. The cop says, "Step back." Now, here's the thing about it. Yes, there is a holster on the guy, on the Airman, and he does have a gun in his hand. One thing I will say that if you got the sheriff's department at the door, you do not produce a weapon. You don't. But he's not going to take any chances. When the camera stopped, but they still recorded the audio, they should have had more of the video on this one. But they're trying to make it easier on the public's eyes, apparently. The guy had his left hand up, defensive nature. He had his hand on the gun. As soon as he saw that badge, the gun should have been on the ground. But he's not taking any chances. The thing is, with cops these days, they're more and more trigger happy. And they're getting their asses kicked on this one, too. I would. I'd kick their ass on this shit. You shoot first and ask questions later. And the guy's wondering, what the hell? So the shoot team's going to have to go over this information. If this was Los Angeles County, if this was the city of Los Angeles, the guy would have been on desk duty until they got the matter cleared up. But we all know out here you don't show a damn gun to the door. Even if you're military trained, you don't show a gun to the door. Especially when you're dealing with trigger happy cops. And the other thing is, what the video didn't show, I mean, it shut off. Was the girlfriend there or not? If she was FaceTiming, where the hell's the damn phone? Where's the phone? If I was going to be FaceTiming, even a phone like this, I'd have to put it on the ground. Granted, I'd be breaking the damn screen again, but I'll put the damn thing on the ground, or else if I'm going to the door, I'm not going anywhere with a weapon. But I will be showing them a damn cane that I have. But you don't show anything in your hands unless you want to get your head blown off. But because we have the peepholes here, I will be able to see who's out there and respond accordingly. This guy didn't. He's used to carry the gun because of protection. Because the state of Florida allows this shit to happen. So now we got a controversy because of what's happening in the state of Florida with the state laws, with the legislature, screwed up as they are out in the state of Florida. But I'm not going to be blaming it entirely on DeSantis on this one. And going off on a ranting with DeSantis when you're dealing with this story, bad news. I know you wanted to add some relevant information, but this isn't relevant. I'm sorry to say it. Question to you, my friend, is have you had the cops come to your door and you felt the intimidation, but you knew that they're on the other side of the door because through your door, through the people, you were able to see the cops and react and respond accordingly? How is this guy supposed to do it? He hears somebody saying sheriff's department. Now, did that look thick enough for you for the door? Looks like a standard door like anybody else would use, right? So there would be sounds coming. If there was any kind of communications happening, how come that wasn't heard? The guy was close enough. He had the camera close to the door. You would have been able to hear something. But nothing happened. This is before the deputy knocked on the door 3 times on this one. See, it just doesn't work out for me. This damn thing doesn't work. All the media guys and all the other pundits will be talking about this damn shit. Not to mention the legal beagles. We'll be talking about what was accepted, what's not accepted, what's Florida law, carry law concerning about weaponry. Was this guy actually a resident of Florida? Did he live there long enough to understand it, or was he just assigned out there in Florida and didn't realize what the hell was going on until it was too late? Until it was way too late. It's not entirely the Airman's fault. Cop sees a gun, he's going to react. The guy opens the door, and the cop's saying, "Stand back." Well, naturally, I'm going to see the cops at the door. They did a health and welfare check on me a few months back. I didn't take care of an appointment correctly. Therapist called sheriff's on me. Fine. So that got me thinking about it. And since I've already dealt with the sheriffs a few times already out here, I can understand some of the calls that they would have. Now, you were mentioning about you had issues in your place. Not in your apartment, but in your complex. How sometimes the echoes would happen. There have been times there was neighbors years ago going off over here next door, right behind me over here, and there was arguments with a young lady and her boyfriend or her husband like that. They're yelling and screaming at each other. I heard a smash. I heard a table's glass smash. I don't say, well, what the hell was that? No, I know the smash because that's happened before in my lifetime. So I will know that there's a problem. I called the sheriff's department on. I had to had to make it anonymous, but let them know what the hell was going on, and if they wanted to come back to me, here was my apartment. I gave them the information regarding it, just in case. And they came by, and I heard they talked. They were pissed off about it afterwards, but it's a war that there are neighbors who called in. I may not have been the only one, but I wasn't taking any chances either. I listen. The walls are kind of thin. Yes, they are. About 3 or 4 weeks ago, we already lost another neighbor over here. Nice couple, nice family, but they couldn't pay the rent. They stayed here maybe about 3 or 4 months before they said, "Okay, that's it. We can't pay the rent. Too expensive for them." And they just dropped and left everything, everything. So I don't know what the hell was going on with these guys. That being said, about several months prior to that, I got another neighbor living up here. I think about January or February they moved in. Yeah, there's been stuff heard. And when I have a daughter of the neighbor coming down to use my phone to call her dad, I tried to call her dad. Didn't work. Message, nothing. Ignored. And she's having a conniption fit. She's pounding on the door left and right. I called management. Management called sheriff's department. They came up to investigate. He didn't like it either, but management had to see first what the hell was going on before getting sheriff's involved in the situation. So anytime I keep hearing things happening around here, I have to make my own judgment call on this one. I have to know who was around me. I gotta know the people around me, whether or not we actually got a situation or not. It, if it's going to be an issue, I gotta know the issue. If we're just talking about someone having a bad day and hurting somebody else, that's a report right there. Not to keep the peace around here, just for that. No, because if somebody else is going to get hurt in the process, and I wasn't there to stop it. I always hate getting involved in neighbors' disputes. This situation, I listened to what they were trying to say. If there was a constant argument, where the hell was the lady at? And why wasn't that mentioned in the press conference? I always do the character references, how wonderful the person was, how responsible, how. I mean, screw that noise. Give me the damn facts on this shit. What the hell happened? And where was everybody else in the players on this situation? Come on, give me a break. You're going to FaceTime. Where's the guy's phone? No, he had a gun in his hand. He wasn't that smart, but he was trying to protect himself. I can understand that. But the cop went full ballistic on the guy. Should have just said, drop the gun. He didn't. He saw a gun, he shot. End of story. So people are pissed off about it. Yeah, I'd be pissed off about it too. I'd be pissed off about it. I'm also more pissed off about the damn neighbors. If there was that domestic dispute, and if there was, where's the evidence? I want to know more about this story here. But all I kept hearing on the news is Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels and that kind of bullshit. I'm thinking, you guys are making me sick to my stomach. Yeah, hell of a video this time you put out here. Just, I'm not quite sure how COVID and DeSantis and your girlfriend has anything to do with the damn shit. I'm kind of scratching my head on that one. I want to see if I can pick up some more information about this situation here because this is just. The news conference went on for about an hour on CBS News. They posted this thing yesterday. Streamed. It was streamed. Okay, so that's going to be a hell of a long watch on this one. That's for darn sure. I just don't want to get into Donald Trump and his bullshit. That's all I keep hearing is this stuff and that stuff concerning about the testimony. Give me a break. Or we're going to be dealing with the politics of Biden and Trump going after each other. People yelling and screaming at each other. Just being complete pain in the asses. Ay. See, all the other networks are picking up on it. It took them long enough, but several hours gives them enough time to check the information out. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll talk at you later.